This is a joke, Shauna. Look, I don't want to spend any more time on this. Figure it out.
Listen, Hugh, I'm really sorry.
Yeah? Well, sorry doesn't get my orders processed, now does it?
Look, can you just go back to sending them to us by email until we get this new system figured out?
That's pretty much all we can do, isn't it?
I know. I'm really sorry. Let me get right on... Hugh?
I know. Yeah, we're taking down a new system right now. Yeah. No, we'll have to go back to using email for the time being. I know, I understand. I know. I'm on it.
Chris, I just got an earful from Hewitt Scott Bradbury. They're trying to use a new system and it's not working at all.
I know, we're shutting it down right now. We're going back to using email for customer orders.
Shutting it down? I've just spent weeks getting ready to launch it.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry about that, but I've got a crisis on my hands at the moment. Hack, hold on. Shauna, can we talk later? Hack, what's the story with the shutdown? Are we offline yet? So we finally switched over about 4 this afternoon. Anyway, we're back on the old system for the time being.
Okay, we can call everyone tomorrow morning and get them back on email.
At least it's too late for anything else to go wrong today.
Chris, what did go wrong?
I don't know. I wish I knew. I thought Hack was on top of it. So the idea is to have the customers input their orders directly, and then we don't have to key them in again.
Makes sense.
I told Peter we could get that up and running in 3 months. Is that possible?
It's tight. I'm not sure.
Okay, tell me what's involved.
A lot of coding. Do you want me to work in .NET and SQL Server again?
Is that the best way of doing it?
Probably.
Okay, do that then. How long do you need?
Well, what do you want the new interface to look like?
You're the IT guy. I think you should decide that.
Okay. What do you want it to do exactly?
Well, I just want our customers to be able to input their orders directly into our system, rather than having to send them through in an email, which we have to type in ourselves.
I suppose I could do that pretty easily.
Good. How long do you need?
It's not very tough. A couple of weeks, maybe.
A couple of weeks. Beautiful. Well, then let's get to work. I didn't realize he was just going to make our internal system available to our customers. It takes 2 weeks for our own people to learn that. Of course our customers couldn't use it. I thought he was going to make something suitable for them.
Did you ask Hack's opinion at all?
Of course I did. In fact, that's all I did.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the way you did it. Look, you don't mind me asking about this.
What? You think I screwed this up?
Well, I'm just wondering if you got Hack involved enough. So he was more involved.
Oh, that's helpful. I'll have to remember that next time.
No, what I mean is, maybe you should start asking more coaching questions.
Coaching questions?
Yes, questions that help people to think.
Shauna, they're supposed to be thinking already. It's what they get paid for.
But you can ask questions that help them to think. Let me think of an example of the sort of thing I mean. If you can label all the DVDs and alphabetize them, that'd be great.
Shauna?
And perhaps...
What do you want me to do about the sales meeting?
Will you excuse me? The sales meeting, what about it?
Where do you want me to book it, and what facilities do you need?
How many attendees do we have coming?
We have the Western sales team, so about 25. You, me, and then the group from operations.
So about 35 total. Is there a room here we can use?
I already checked. Theater's in use and nowhere else is big enough.
Okay. Call the Bluffs and see if they can fit us in. Now, what about equipment?
So, I don't see the difference between that and the way that I do it.
Yes, but the questions I asked were all questions that kept me in control and didn't get Angela thinking for herself. I wasn't trying to engage her own mind, getting her to think.
So how do you do that?
Imagine if I did it a different way. Something like this. Alphabetize them.
What do you want me to do about the sales meeting?
Will you excuse me? The sales meeting, what about it?
Where do you want me to book it, and what kind of setup do we need?
What are your thoughts on where you think we should hold it?
Our theater's not available and nowhere else is big enough. We'll have to go outside.
Where do you think we should go?
I could see if the Bluffs has got their room again.
Is that what you want to do?
Well, to be honest, I'd like to try somewhere else. The Bluffs is sort of stuffy. It's not really good for our kind of meeting.
What other possibilities are there?
Actually, Logan just opened a new place on Division Street. They're advertising meeting space. I could try them.
Any others?
Yeah, there's that new banquet center near the stadium, too.
So lots of choices. What do you want to do?
I'd like to look for some alternatives. I think people are tired of the Bluffs, and a new place would be a nice change.
Makes sense. Okay, so how are you going to choose between the different options?
What I'm going to do first...
I try to involve Hack and the others, I really do. They just don't respond the way I would like.
How do they respond?
I usually end up making the decision for them, and that doesn't always work, as we've seen. So how do I get them involved?
You need to look for opportunities that help them think things through for themselves. Don't solve the problems for them. Say to yourself, how can I help this person think this through for themselves?
And how can I?
You can ask them to clarify the problem. That usually gets people thinking.